Alrighty, good morning everyone. I'm Brianna. I'm subbing for Leo Bray this morning. It's Friday morning. And we'll just do a nice warm up and then hit a cool down at the end. So we'll touch on all points of the body today. It'll be a nice, well-balanced vinyasa flow class. So we'll actually begin. Go ahead and grab your props. I always recommend a couple blocks, a blanket, and a strap if you have it. We'll begin actually sitting on our heels. And if you have a block, go ahead and grab that block, place it right between the ankles. And before you sit down, come up onto your shins, bring the knees together, and then go ahead and grab the quads and move the quads out of the way and then sit on down. And if you don't have a block, you can just sit on down on your heels, and let the hands rest on the tops of the thighs, slide them back just a little bit. And then root down into the block or root down into your heels. And then lift the side ribs, lift the chest, and then roll the shoulders back. And go ahead and close the eyes. And start to just notice your starting point this morning. Notice where the mind is. Notice what you're bringing to the mat. And see if there's anything that you don't need right now in today's practice. See if you can just move that aside, that thought, that belief, and just put it aside and find some space here to really cultivate a specific intention you're working on. We do have a new moon tonight. So it's all about new beginnings, and it's a good time to set an intention. So whatever you're working on yourself, slowly start to deepen the breath. With every inhale, maybe fill up that intention. Every exhale, release that specific thought pattern that might be holding you back. Just slowly deepening the breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just feeling that nice rhythm of the breath. Just becoming an observer. Slowly watching the breath. Every inhale, feel that intention all the way, maybe to the back of the heart. And as you exhale, let go of something that's no longer serving you. So the breath becomes purposeful. Just moment by moment, breath by breath. Do about 3 more cycles. If you want to find that ujjayi breath, little constriction at the back of the throat, so the breath becomes audible. You're breathing in and out through the nose. Blink the eyes open, and we'll take a twist. So go ahead, right hand to left knee, left arm, take it behind the back. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, start to twist. It's so strange. So using that right hand as a little lever. So see if you can push the chest open just a little more, allowing the left shoulder to slide down the back. Slowly unwind. We'll take it to the other side. Left hand to right knee. Right arm, take it behind the back. Maybe wrap it. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, slowly start to twist. See if the twist can come from the upper spine. So we want to isolate the spine. The upper back. Left or right shoulder sliding down, and the head will be the last to go. Slowly unwind, come on back to center. We'll come onto our shins, remove the block out of the way if you're sitting up on one. Take the hands to the hips. If you need something to pad up your knees, go ahead and grab a blanket. We'll take the right foot all the way out to the side. Allow the toes to point forward. So the whole blade of the right foot is really pressing down. So you feel all four corners of the right foot on the mat. So that's a little anchor. We'll take a lateral stretch and then right arm down, left arm up and over, lateral stretch. Allowing the left rib cage to spin back. It's okay in your neck, look up. Turn the pinky finger in towards the face a little bit more. Good, inhale, come on back to center. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Maybe you come to your fingertips or maybe you have a block here. Maybe stay here. If you'd like a little balance, go ahead, lift the left foot or the right foot up an inch or two off the mat. Flex the toes. Maybe you can lift the leg a little higher so it's in line with the hip. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Hands to hips, and come on back to center. Bring the knees together. And then other side. The dogs are all getting excited. And then left toes point forward. Take the left hand down the thigh and right arm up and over the ear for a lateral stretch. Really feel the right ribs spinning back so you offer the entire heart open. And then come on back to center. Exhale the hand down. Left arm up and over the ear. Maybe you put that hand on a block if you need a little elevation. Maybe stay here if you want to find a little balance. Lift the leg up about hip height. Really reach through the left heel. And keep spinning the chest. Nice, Marty. Looks good. And then come on back to center. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to hips. Step the feet back to center. We'll find a tabletop position. So go ahead. Come up onto hands and knees. Allow the fingers to spread comfortably. Hips right above the knees. 10 toes and even the shins pressing down. Go ahead, do a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, round the back, chin to chest. And just go with breath. Your own breath, your own movement, and see if you can connect the breath with movement. And at some point, spin the fingers around so they're facing the knees, or maybe spin them around just to get a little stretch in the wrists, stretch in the forearms. And if you're not feeling any stretch in the forearms or the wrists, see if you can lean the hips back just a little bit so it deepens and you come towards the fingertips. And feel free to stay with cat-cow even with the wrists turned around. And then turn the wrists around if they're turned the other way. So they're back to normal. And we'll take a downward facing dog. Curl the toes under and lift the hips up and back. Really press the floor away and go ahead and bend the knees. Really press the mat away, and then as the knees are bent, see if you can reach the hips towards the ceiling. Feet are about hips distance, then any amount, start to straighten the legs and descend the heels down. And we'll take 5 cycles of breath. So to protect the wrists, press every knuckle of the fingers down. And a little more weight shifted into the inner palm. And we want an external rotation in the arms. So wrap the outer arms in toward the ears. Tops of the thighs pressing straight back and the heels shift down any amount. Go ahead, shake up the head side to side, front and back, any neck tension. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose. We'll go ahead and build some strength. Feel free to lower the knees if you need to. Lift the right foot up an inch or 2 off the mat. Exhale, lower the right foot down. Left foot lifted an inch or 2 off the mat. And exhale, lower it down. Downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Go ahead, walk the hands back to the feet. Little bend in the knees, forward fold. Fingers come in line with the toes, let the neck hang down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to ankles, shins, or the floor, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to hips, elbows in, rise up, long spine. All the way to the top. We'll stay at the back of our mat. You can keep the feet hips distance or join the big toes together. Do a few half sun salutations. Find the Tadasana. So all four corners of the feet rooting, palms spin forward, chin is parallel to the floor. Good. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Maybe look up, seal the palms. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold all the way down. Relax the neck. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Hands to shins, ankles, or in line with the toes. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Root the feet, come all the way up to stand. And hands to heart. By the breath, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold on down. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Root the feet, come all the way up to stand. And hands to heart. One more time, inhale, Utthita Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Good, root the feet, lift the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll add on this time, inhale, lift it up, Utthita Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold on down. Move the feet back to hips distance and walk back to a downward facing dog. So see if you can resist with the tops of the thighs as you're walking to a downward facing dog. Good, we'll shift forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. Feel free to lower the knees, shoot the shoulders over the wrists, and lower all the way down to your belly. Keeping the elbows hugging in, see if you can land in one unit. Untuck the toes, find a Sphinx pose. So come up onto forearms, shoulders right above the elbows. All 10 fingers are planted down. Press all 10 toes now. Hug the outer ankles in. The ankles like to splay out. So the outer ankles hugging in, and then pubic bone draws down, and then slowly pull the chest through the upper arms. So we isolate the movement from the upper back. Shoulders back, gazing directly forward. And slowly lower all the way back down. Slide the hands back so they're next to the floating ribs. Low cobra, press into the feet, peel the chest forward and up. Maybe hover the hands an inch or two off the mat. If they're hovered, can you slide the hands back maybe an inch more? Keep the elbows squeezing in. And exhale, lower forehead all the way down. Take another low cobra, or maybe you want to go into an upward dog. Press into the hands, maybe straighten the arms, pressing into the feet, lifting the thighs. If you're staying with low cobra, just really work the shoulders back. And then exhale, transition to down dog. Maybe lower the knees first, or flip or roll over the feet, hips up and back. Nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Good. Right leg to the sky, lift it up, toes point down. So we square off the hips. And then exhale, knee to chest, step forward. Lower the back knee down, come up onto the top of the right thigh. You get your foundation, so drive the right heel down for stability. And when you're ready, reach the arms up and overhead. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So sink the hips down. Go ahead, interlace the hands behind the back. Bring the palms right to your sacrum, or maybe grab a strap if your shoulders are tight. Roll the shoulders back, and then maybe start to straighten the arms. I want to coil the chest. So lower belly draws in and up, but breastbone lifts. Maybe look up. Good. Inhale, arms straight up. Maybe the palms touch. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. We'll keep the back knee down for this one. Press the left palm down, right arm to sky for a little twist with the back knee down. And exhale, lower the right hand down. Come up onto the fingertips, charge at the back thigh. Good, and then plant the palms. Slowly step back to a plank pose. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Left leg to the sky, lift it up, toes down. Square off the hips. Exhale, knee to chest, step forward. Lower the back knee down, and then when you're ready, come up onto the top of the left thigh. Lower belly in. When you're ready and you have your stability, lift the arms. Sink the hips down a little bit more. Just making sure that knee is right over the ankle. If it's overshooting the ankle, walk the foot up a little bit more. Good. Interlace the hands behind the back again. Funky way, so other thumbs on top. Roll the shoulders back, and then maybe start to straighten the arms. If the arms don't straighten, I'd rather see the hands right here at your sacrum. And then lower belly in, then lift the breastbone, start to coil the chest. Maybe look up. And breathing. Release the hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Keep the back knee down. Plant the right palm, left arm up. And exhale, left hand down. Charge up the back leg. We'll step forward this time. Inhale, Ardha, lift the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Root the feet, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, so sun salutations. Go at your own pace, breathe, and we'll go ahead and get started. So hands out to the side, Tadasana, root the feet, inhale, arms up. 1 breath per movement. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, plank pose. We'll take 1 vinyasa. Shoot the shoulders over the wrists, lower all the way down to the belly, keeping the elbows in. Move through low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Feet are hips distance, gazing right between the feet. Keep pressing the hands into the mat. And staying with the breath. These sun salutations are little moving meditations. So it's good to find they hold a specific energy. And it helps shift the energy. Even if you wake up in the morning and do 1 sun salutation, I guarantee you might feel better. So at the bottom of your exhalation, come up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha, exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Root the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, root the feet, arms rise. Exhale, fold on down, Uttanasana. Inhale for Ardha, lift the chest. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back, move through a vinyasa, or you can go ahead and skip it. Go straight to down dog. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale through your back bend of choice, low cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Steady out the breath. In and out through the nose. Two more breaths. Good. Come up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. At the bottom of your exhalation, step, or maybe you jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha, lift the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Root the feet, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose, vinyasa, or skip it. Down to your belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And again, steadying the breath. Inhale that intention. Exhale, release that negative thought pattern you may be carrying. Our practice becomes purposeful when we set intentions. So when we come back to those hard times, there might be a little bit more spaciousness in the mind to really process. And it may not be as difficult as we think it might be in a certain moment. Good. Come up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha, lift the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Root the feet, come all the way to stand. Hands to your heart center. We'll do some standing poses. Step the feet wide apart. How you doing? Good? Great. Feet are parallel, hands to hips. And then we'll do the right side first. Revolve the right leg all the way out to the side. Angle the back toes in. I want the rib cage to square to the side of the room. Arms out to the side. And then go ahead, bend the right knee so it's right above the ankle. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. And gazing over the right fingertips. If it's okay in your neck, you can keep the gaze there. Sometimes the neck likes to relax a little more, and maybe you can look to the side of the room. That might relax the neck a little bit more. And we're breathing here. So we want that thigh bone to be parallel or as close as we can get it to the floor. Back thigh is firming back. So a lot of energy even in the back leg. Lift the sternum. Relax the shoulders. 3 more breaths. Love the focus. Sometimes when we move around, it almost creates more chatter in the mind. So we can actually still the mind through stillness. So we have that balance. Bend an inch deeper. Slowly reverse the warrior. Top hand up, back hand down the back thigh. Stay low in the front knee. Take the left hand behind the head. Maybe climb it down the back. And then left arm up. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Stay low in the front knee. Left or right forearm to thigh. Left arm straight up. Side angle pose. So spin the left rib cage back. And we're broadening through the collarbones. We'll go ahead and take a half bind. Turn the thumb to the back of the room and grab maybe around the back. Or maybe you can catch a hold of the right inner thigh. If it's okay in your neck, look up. 3 more breaths. Relax the right shoulder away from the ear. Sometimes it likes to hike up. Release the bind. Inhale, arm up. Root the right heel. Inhale, come all the way up. Warrior 2. And straighten out the front leg. Hands to hips, parallel the feet. And we gotta make it even. Left foot, spin it all the way around. Right toes angle in. Square the rib cage, arms out to the side, and when you're ready, go ahead and bend the knee. Right over the ankle. Maybe you're gazing to the side. So right in your neck, look over the left fingertips. And breathe. I want to drive the left heel down. Left outer hip, wrap it under as the back thigh firms. Setting the breath, finding some stillness. Lift the chest. Relax the shoulders. Soften the jaw, the facial muscles. If you're clenching anything, see if you can find some lightness. 2 more breaths. Bend an inch deeper, slowly reverse. Top hand up, back hand on the back thigh. Bend the elbow, take the hand behind the back. Stay low in the front knee, come all the way up, warrior 2. Then we'll find side angle pose. Left forearm to thigh, right arm all the way up. Want to keep the left hip wrapping under, but the right rib cage, feel it spinning back just a little bit. Take a half bind, spin the thumb to the back of the room, and wrap the hand around the back. Maybe you catch a hold of your lower back, or maybe you can grab a hold of the inner thigh of the left leg. Roll the right shoulder back. If it's all right in your neck, look up. If it's not, look to the side or even down. Sometimes it's nice. And breathing in through the nose. Exhale. So whatever shape we find our bodies in, we want the breath to flow smoothly. If the breath isn't flowing, maybe come out. Maybe not do the bind. That's always an option as well. Inhale. Arm up. Root the left heel. Come all the way up to stand. And go ahead, straighten out the foot, the leg, hands to hips, and parallel the feet. Take a cooling forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, walk the hands back so they're in line with the feet. Letting the crown of the head hang down. And like we were doing with that block, the beginning of class, see if you can hug the outer ankles in. Shift a little more weight into the balls of the feet so we get the hips right above the ankles. And the elbows should be at a 90-degree angle. If they're not, that's when we can bring in some props here. Maybe place your hands on the blocks. And shake out the head side to side. Walk the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders. Hands come to the hips, elbows in, as if you're squeezing a giant beach ball between your thighs. Rise on up. Whew, and then heel toe the feet together. We'll find a chair pose. Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Yeah, shake it out. If you need to. Shake it out. Inhale, arms up. Shift the shins back so the weight comes in the heels. Lower bellies in. Shoulder blades, feel them press into the heart a little bit more. Yes. Inhale, arms all the way up. Straighten the legs. And go ahead, sink on down. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, drop the hips, chair pose. Hands to your heart. Stay in your chair. Start to twist over to the right. Maybe the left elbow will hook to the outside of the right knee. Twisting chair. Inhale, lengthen the crown forward. Exhale, start to twist. And if you notice one knee's popping out, hug the left hip back just a little bit so we get the knees to stack. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Stay in your chair. Exhale, we'll twist over to the other side. Right elbow come to the back or come to the outer left knee. I'm going to hug the left hip back. The right hip, excuse me. Inhale, come all the way back to center. And then straighten the legs. Inhale. Interlace the 3 fingers, so index thumb and thumb are pointing up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, go over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, let it go. Step the feet wide apart again. So parallel the feet, hands to hips. Revolve the right leg out to the side. Back toes angle in a little bit, finding your warrior 2. So getting your foundation, heel to arch alignment, knees right over the ankle, gazing forward. Straighten out the front leg. Shift the weight into the mound of the big toe. Keep the right hip wrapping under. Reach as far forward as you can, then bring the right hand to the shin, or maybe you have a block, place it on a block. Inhale, left arm up. Maybe if you want, if it feels a little better in your body, that left hand can come to a hip. You can just revolve the chest. So whatever feels better in your body, go ahead and take that variation. And we'll breathe here. Trikonasana, triangle pose. A lot of weight pressing down on the mound of the big toe, so that becomes our anchor. We want to wrap the right hip under. Little micro bend in the front knee to protect the knee. Turn the palm, lengthen it up and over the ear if the arm is raised. Maybe stay here. This may be plenty. Just notice the breath. How's it flowing? If it's flowing pretty good and you want to get into the core, bend the knee, the front knee a little bit, and then lift the right arm alongside to the front of the room. Staying twisted in the chest. And this is a hard pose. It's easy to hold the breath. So can we breathe? One more breath. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. And then look down, press into the foot. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to hips. Parallel both feet. Other side. Revolve the leg, angle the back toes in. If you're using a block, go ahead and move it. Find your warrior 2 first, so bend the knee. Thigh bones parallel. Relaxing the shoulders, softening the facial muscles. Straighten out the front leg. A lot of weight. Anchor the big toe mound down. Left hip wrapping. Reach forward. Hand comes to your shin or on a block. Maybe the right hand comes to your hip. Maybe the right arm goes to the sky. Your choice. We just want to see if we can lengthen the left side ribs as much as we can while the right rib cage is spinning back. Turn the palm, lengthen it over the ear. Little micro bend in the front knee. Notice how your breath is doing. If it's all right, you want to get into the core. If you did it on the other side, go ahead, reach the bottom arm to the front of the room, or to the back of the room, I should say. Keep the chest twisting and breathe. Good, left hand down, right arm up. Look down if you're not already. Root the foot, come on up. Hands to hips, parallel the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands, or forward fold, hands underneath the shoulders. And then go ahead, take your 2-piece fingers, hook a hold of your big toes, or maybe you grab the outer ankles. Inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, fold on down. You can grab the outer ankles or your big toes. I personally like the outer ankles. Nice cleansing breaths in. Long exhales out. Then walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Release the ankles and walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat. Stepping back to a plank pose. Move through a vinyasa or go ahead and skip it. Go straight to down dog. All the way to your belly, elbows in. Low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Good, right leg to the sky, lift it up. Exhale, step the right foot to the right thumb. We'll come up to a crescent pose, so stay on the ball of the back toes. Inhale, come all the way up when you're ready. Bend the back knee. So left knee bends, lower belly in. And so we keep the lower belly in. Any amount, start to straighten the left thigh. We'll take a little twist. Left hand comes forward, and then the right hand will come behind the back. Nice and slowly allow the hips to move. Spin the palms up to the sky. Nice, Marnie. And maybe if you want to challenge yourself even more with this little balance, maybe you look over the back of hand, over the right fingertips. Good. Inhale, nice and slowly. Come all the way to center. Exhale, hands to your heart. We'll pop up the back foot about maybe a foot or so. And line up your heels. So we get heel to heel alignment. The hips are squared. We'll take the arms out to the side. Thumbs spin down. Take the hands behind the back. You can either press the knuckles together, hold the elbows, or if it's all right in your body, reverse prayer. Reverse prayer is intense for my wrists personally, so I hook knuckles. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold on down halfway and pause here. Hug the outer hips in. Keep the chest nice and long and then start to fold on down, coming to your edge. And breathing. And if you don't want to do the shoulders, maybe you release the hands to blocks or maybe to the floor if you want to just work on the hamstrings. So keep the outer hips firming in, right hips pulling back just a little bit so we level out the sacrum. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands out to the side. And then exhale, lower the hands down. Step to the front of the mat. Find a chair pose, Utkatasana. Drop the hips, lift the arms. Just for a breath, exhale, fold on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Step it back, plank pose. Last chance for a vinyasa. Go ahead and take it if you'd like, or skip it. Nice and slowly. Moving through your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward dog. Hips up and back. Left leg to the sky, lift it up. Exhale, step the foot all the way to the front of the mat. Stay on the ball of the back toes. Come up to crescent pose when you're ready. Bending the back knee. Lower belly's in just a little bit. And then any amount, start to straighten the right thigh. It's our last standing pose sequence, I promise. Inhale, right arm comes forward, and then nice and slowly take the left hand behind the back. Allow the hips to move. Maybe challenge yourself gazing over the left fingertips. Palms spin up. Yep, you got it. So we broaden the collarbones. Inhale, slowly come on back to center. Exhale, hands to heart. And then pop up the back foot. Ha. Line up your heels, square the hips. Arms out to the side, thumbs down. Then choose a modification, holding elbows, knuckles, or reverse prayer. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding down halfway and pause. Left hip pulls back a little bit. Outer hips firm, keeping a nice long spine, folding down, coming to your edge. And we're breathing. With every inhalation, see if you can lengthen the chest. Every exhale, fold down a little bit deeper. And if you don't want to do the arms, maybe hands come to the mat or on blocks. That's an option too. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands out to the side. Exhale, hands come down, stepping forward. We'll heel toe the feet as wide as the mat, spin the toes out, and take a squat. Squat on down, Malasana. Hands come to your heart. Elbows press into the knees, lift the chest. Close the eyes. If you want to sit up on a block or two, feel free to do that as well. Just noticing, feeling that prana, that life force circulating right in the center of the chest. Notice how your breath is moving. Notice if the thought patterns have slowed down a little bit. Is there a little bit more spaciousness? Good, and go ahead, sit on down. We'll bring the feet straight out in front. We'll find boat pose, Navasana. Hands can come alongside the hips, or maybe you grab the backs of the knees. Maybe you take the arms in front of you. So there's a lot of options in this pose. Knees can stay bent. If you want a little more challenge, maybe start to straighten the legs. Lift the breastbone. And go ahead, tap the right foot down, come on back to boat. Left foot tap, boat. Right tap, coming back to center, left tap, come back to center. Right, left, right, left. 2 more times on each side. Left, 1 more time. And let it go. Inhale, arms up. And forward fold, exhale. Grabbing something, maybe you grab your shins, outer edges of the feet or the ankles. Inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Maybe rock a little side to side. And slowly come all the way up to center. Bend the knees. We'll do a reverse tabletop for our back bend today. So both feet are parallel, legs are about hips distance. Take the hands behind the back, fingers facing toward the rear end. Press the heels, lift the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Try to lengthen the tailbone forward, maybe gazing up toward the ceiling. If it's all right in your neck, you could drop the head back. If it's not, just keep the chin tucked in, slightly gazing up. And exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, press the heels, lift the hips. Maybe the head drops back. And exhale, lower the hips. If you have it in you, one more time. Press into the heels, lift the hips. And then maybe stay here if you'd like. Root the left heel, right leg to the sky, lift it up. And it may just come here, that's okay. And then lower it down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot down. One more breath here. And exhale, lower hips. And come on down. Whew. Bring the feet straight out in front. Bend the right knee and revolve the leg out to the side. Janu Shirshasana. Flex the left toes. Inhale, arms up. Twisting towards the left leg and fold on down. Cooling down now. Start to make your exhalations a little bit longer. Your inhalations a little more purposeful. And we'll just yin out for the rest of class. So we'll do long holds in these cooling postures. So feel free to make the poses passive. Maybe don't flex the toes. Maybe hands come to the mat, maybe palms spin up, and just allow the neck to hang. So we just let go here. Just fully surrender the body however it however it wants to go. Maybe the toes spin out. Just allowing gravity to do the work. Just notice where the mind is right now. Is there a little more spaciousness between each thought? About 5 more yogic breaths. So yogi breaths are nice and long and nice and smooth. So one yogic breath is like 3 of our normal breaths in our daily life. So see if you can make the breath last. Each inhale and each exhale. Very slowly start to make your way all the way up. Grab underneath the right knee and help the knee all the way up to center. Straighten out both legs. Maybe give the legs a little shake. And we'll do the other side. Left leg in, revolve the leg out to the side, and bring the foot into the sole, or the sole of the foot into the right thigh. Flex the right toes just to start. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist towards the right leg and fold on down, grabbing something. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold on down. And we're breathing here. So we start the pose actively at first, and then once it slowly starts to settle in, just relax everything. So palms spin up, forearms come to the mat possibly, neck hangs down, just letting gravity do the work. And breathing. We are alive Our breath is moving, our body and its capabilities to move in and out of shapes. I know how hard sometimes this practice can be, but it just helps us become more capable of moving through challenges in our daily lives. It's a wonderful tool to help in this process of healing. So about 3 more yogic breaths. These long inhales, complete exhales, letting go, surrendering. Inhale that intention. Exhale, release something that's holding you back. Very slowly come on up. Help the knee to center, and then go ahead, bend both knees. Lower all the way down to your back. Lay on down. You've earned it. And once you land, hug both knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. Now we'll keep the right leg in, extend the left leg straight out. Squeeze the right leg into the chest. This releases any tension that's in the lower back. Maybe you give the right knee a little shake. And then slowly let that go. Right arm out to the side. We'll take a twist. Drop the knee over to the left. And if you want to deepen this twist, gaze over the right fingertips. Slowly come on back to center. Other side, left knee in, right leg extends straight out. Pull the left knee into the chest, maybe give it a little shake. And then slowly let that go. Left arm out to the side, and then cut the knee across to the right. And maybe gazing over the left fingertips. Inhale, knee to center. And take a happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet or behind the knees. Maybe rock a little side to side. And bring the knees together. Give yourself a little squeeze and make your way into Shavasana. Straighten out the legs. Or maybe you want to keep the knees bent and let the knees fall into each other. However you want to rest in Shavasana today. Arms out to the side, palms spin up. If there's any props in your way, remove them out of the way. Close the eyes. And again, just letting gravity take hold. Just letting the bones get heavy. Allowing the muscles to soften. Slowly releasing, relaxing, and letting go. You could stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. If you're ready to come out, start to slowly deepen the breath. Turn the head to one side, and then turn the head the other side. And slowly starting to bring some movement back into the body. Go ahead, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And if you want to take a final stretch, reach the arms up and overhead, interlace the fingers and press the heels of the hands towards the back of the room. And bring the ankles together, full body stretch. And nice and slowly bending the knees, taking as much time as you need to roll off to one side and press yourself up to a comfortable seat. If you're comfortable, keep the eyes closed. Palms can rest down for a little more grounding or up for more receptive energy. Just taking a moment here in a quick seated meditation. As always, going back to how you feel, what has shifted, if anything. Is there anything that's been gained or any insight that you've had from today's practice? Physically, emotionally, spiritually. Yoga is so much more than just an asana, a physical practice. There's many facets. So just be willing and open to noticing what arises. Join the hands right at your heart center. Bring the thumbs right up against the breastplate. And then lower the mind down towards the fingertips. And this gesture is a gesture of union, of acceptance, and of personal gratitude. Have a beautiful day. Drink lots of water. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Check out the website, urbanyoga.org. Also check out YouTube. We have great videos coming up every day. And you just hit that subscribe button and you can subscribe and get all of our YouTube videos, and give us some comments, some likes, and check out our park classes at Ruth Hardy Park. Have a good day. Namaste.